Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Let's Play Bloodstone. Righty-ho, well, we just had a bit of a victory in the Forbidden Woods against the Shadows of Yharnam, the Nazgul wannabes, as they are. Oh, you've got to excuse me, by the way. Rufus, my cat, is right in front of me and distracting me because she wants fuss. Of course, because I've started doing Bloodborne, and that's when she wants fuss, always. It's not never the easy games, of course, never the easy games. Do you remember when we went to, when we first got to the Forbidden Woods, and a voice from behind, within one of the huts, spoke to us and told us to seek out the chapel beside the Great Cathedral and gave us the tonsil stone? Well, that's what we're doing now. We're going to do this before we go to Byrgenwerth. Excuse me. Because this will give us a chance to A, level up, and B, explore some of the metaphysics. Ow! Explore some of the metaphysics of this game. So, there is indeed an amygdala in here. It may in fact be the same amygdala as all the others. They may in fact all be one being that exists in different points in space and time, because that's how these Lovecraftian entities work, you know? There's no real closure on that. But if we let it grab us, like so... Hello! Now, normally that would kill us. Stone dead. However...
Oh, Amygdala. Oh, Amygdala. Have mercy on the poor bastard.
I recognise the voice. Yeah, he's the one who gave us the tonsil stone. And those of you who have played the game before or watched one of my playthroughs knows exactly who that is. It's bloody Patches. He's an arse. Lecture building. Okay, so this is really weird. This is another layer of the nightmare. This is part of the College of Mensis that has been sort of fractured and elevated to another plane of being by the rituals they've been conducting. It's been flung into another level of the nightmare. There he is. There's Patches.
What a joy it is to behold the divine.
Yeah.
It must be such a pleasure. You're in my debt, you know.
I'll take your word for it, Patches.
You're nigh on a beast of the field. But here you are, treading a measure with the gods.
Yeah.
Are your feet as fat as your wits?
Yeah, he's very brave.
Take the plunge. Throw yourself to the wolves.
He's very brave when he's behind the door there. He won't be so brave later, I can tell you. He will not. He's a very ambiguous character in this game. It seems like he's constantly screwing you over, like he is in most of the games. He's in all of the Dark Souls games, by the way, in different forms and states. But in this one, it feels like he thinks that he's doing you a favour. He's basically introducing you to the divine, which is Amygdala. He seems to worship the Amygdala, which is kind of interesting. So yeah, this is where all of the dark research was undertaken, based on the research that was conducted at Look at the eyes, can you see them in the canister? That was conducted at Byrgenwerth originally. So what Mensis created is a kind of twisted derivative of the occultism of Byrgenwerth, and it worked. It worked in its own peculiar way. Here's a lecture theatre. Look, this is really cool. Ah, there's a student. Complete mortarboard, in fact. That's what became of the students of Byrgenwerth. Cripes. The ritual didn't go that well for them, clearly. Or maybe it went very well for them. It's hard to tell. You know, I suppose it depends on what you want, yeah? I mean, they did get transported. Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Lecturer, thank you. You know, they did get what they wanted. Student uniform, very, very, very high arcane defense, crap at everything else. So if you're fighting against an arcane enemy like Martyr Logarius, pretty good. Against anything else, it's crap. Speaking of Martyr Logarius, we haven't done him yet, have we? Oh, we haven't been to Canehurst yet. Wow, we're gonna have to go do that before we progress much further as well. Okay, there's going to be a couple of students around here. I think they're on the ceiling. Ugh. I love what's become of them. That they've effectively been filleted. You know, there's nothing left of their structure or cohesion. Whatever ritual they conducted, it's reduced them to this nightmare state. It's very cool. Love it. And as I say, it did work. Whatever they did, it did work. It has elevated them to this other condition. It's just in classic Lovecraftian fashion, maybe not what they expected or wanted. Which I love. I think that's very cool. If you look around, if you look around at the architecture and the little artifacts that are scattered around about, you get little clues as to what was required to conduct the ritual, what they were after. If you look, there are cages on the floor, and in them there are infant Great Ones, which is kind of interesting, almost like ectopic or abortive Great Ones. It's really weird, very unpleasant, very cool. I mean, it all ties into the title of the game, Bloodborne. Yeah, it's all about birth, and the natal imagery in this game is enormous. There are hundreds of them in here. This is often very tricky. This is difficult. There are so many of them, and they also do this thing where they have flasks and they drink the fluid of their bodies and vomit it at you, which is unpleasant to say the least. There we go. Oh, and it killed me. God damn it. But it does give you a nice close-up of them. There they are. Look, vomiting and whatnot. Okay, let's try that one again, shall we? He's got me souls. Me souls? No, he doesn't. That's Dark Souls language, that is. No, he's got my blood echoes. Again, I mean, it's a very, very, very different environment, isn't it, compared to all the other places in the game. It's so weird, it's so strange, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Totally optional as well. If you don't get the tonsil stone and you don't come back here, then you don't find this area. If you don't let Amygdala grab you and take you to the Nightmare Frontier, then you don't do this area. It's as simple as that. It's one of the many, many, many optional areas in the game, and very easy to miss. If you don't go to that hut in the Forbidden Woods at the right time, under the right moon, then you don't talk to Patches at all, and he doesn't give you the tonsil stone. So you don't get to the Nightmare of Mensa, this area of the Nightmare, which is a real shame because it's cool, and it gives you just a little bit of implied background of what's actually going on here. Yeah, this is always a tough encounter. There's so many of them doing damage all at once. I remember when I first came here, I just could not figure it out. Look at that one drinking from his flask. He's going to vomit at me. Blech. Not nice. Not nice at all. Oh, he's doing it again. They've got two vomit attacks. They can vomit on the floor and create like that, and create like a toxic puddle, or they can vomit a stream at you. It's kind of fun. Oh, there's still others asleep in their chairs. Clearly not enjoying the lecture. Yeah? I just love the fact they're still wearing their student uniforms. I think that's really fun. Ugh. Gross. Beautiful effect as well. The monsters from Soft Create are endlessly inventive. They are, without exception, the best monsters in all of video games. For my personal tastes and aesthetics, they are the best. I think they're just beautiful. The way they imply their own mythology and their own background, they are basically artifacts of storytelling. And I love that. It's very clever. And yet they need nothing. There's very rarely exposition or text telling you what they are as monsters, what they are, where they come from. You determine it yourself, and yet the lore is so rich at the same time. It's so complex. It's brilliant. It's genuinely brilliant. Alongside the likes of Pathologic 2, Darkwood, some of the best storytelling in video games ever. Ah, yes. Going to another level of the Nightmare now. The Nightmare Frontier, which is a little bit more wild and wacky. It's also, unfortunately, it's an open area. So, if there's a bell-ringing woman around, other players can come in as enemies, which is a pain. I love the Nightmare areas of the game. They're all fractured and twisted and very, very surreal. Hey up. Lots of these guys here. Lots of these guys. Bell ringing woman, yeah. So there may be other players turning up here to fight me. If you look very carefully over the cliffs into the mists, the layers below, you'll see the masts of ships rearing up through the mist, which suggests the areas of dreaming and nightmare that we'll come to later in the game. There is this whole thing about the metaphysical ocean, which links all the layers of dreaming together, which is where the Great Ones reside, and where you ascend to if you manage to do it at all. It's where the big gods like Mother Kos and Erden come from, and where they ultimately reside. There we go. You can see them from here, and there's that chapel as well, which is sinister. It's hard to determine what this place is. It's some fractured nowhere land on the edge of nightmares and dreaming that's been made real by the rituals of Mensis. It's really weird. In game terms, what it provides, it's a big loop, so you don't really go anywhere from here, you loop back around. But in gaming terms, what it provides is a leveling up area. All the enemies here give loads of blood echoes, and they also give lots of upgrade material as well, because you get creatures like that. These are the big versions of the scrabbling beasts. They're a bit more defensive than the smaller versions, obviously, but they're not so bad. They can be adversary. Oh, fuck. Oh, I'm not that big a fan of fighting the adversaries, especially when I'm trying to do stuff. Oh, here he is. I'm not in the mood, to be honest. I'm trying to fight. Oh, bollocks. Oh well, you go do your thing. So that was another player. That was another player who basically invaded my game and came in whilst I was trying to play. You can't stop it from happening. It's not something you have to put up with. There's an item you can use to just stop that from happening, which is kind of fun, really. It can be loads of fun, don't get me wrong, when an enemy comes in and you can fight, but I'm not in the mood. I just want to get through, you know? I want to show you as much of the nightmare as I can. These things are interesting. They are the Loran beasts, the beasts of Loran. I don't know what Loran is. There's not much in the way of background on what that means, but you find them throughout the Chalice dungeons and in certain other areas as well. They are everywhere in the nightmare areas of the game, so I don't know what that means, what that implies, but they are very unpleasant creatures. Gotta be careful because these things can phase out like smaller versions. There we go. And they always give you upgrade materials, so they're pretty useful, really. There's a couple of hunters trapped here as well, which is interesting. Hello, you! Aha! These things are so vulnerable to viscerals. If you can get a visceral attack on them, they just die. They melt, basically. Okay. I don't know what these lanterns imply. I mean, they mark the path, but they also warn you of when there's other hunters around. Ah, that's the bell-ringing woman. If we can kill her, then nothing else can teleport in. Here comes one. There's two at once here, two hunters at once, and they're quite tricky. So, got to play our cards right here. Also, pay close attention to the plant life, because the plants kind of suggest what level of dreaming you're on. A lot of these plants are derivative of the gardens where the kin are born. The creatures that are related to or derived from the Great Ones, or a particular Great One. Oh, he's got the Hunter's Axe, which is an unpleasant weapon. Same thing that Gascoigne was using. Oh, the other one's turned up. Shit! On their own, they're not too bad. Together, they're pains. So that one's a Black Church Hunter. Right, if you can get to the bridge here. You can. This whole area is designed so you knock them off, basically. That's what you're supposed to do. You knock them into the filth below. There's like toxic filth down below. And it's populated by these repulsive, like, Lovecraftian flatworm things that are just the grossest things in the game. They look parasitic, you know, they're just disgusting. Gotcha, that's what I was after. Good old visceral attack. Right, got them off balance now. See that stuff down there? There they are, you see them writhing about. Now they will not reset, they will stay dead for good, because they're hunters, so they wake up. They wake up from the dream when you kill them. All these gravestones everywhere as well. In the art book for Bloodborne, it calls those markers of the tombs of Great Ones. So, I don't know, maybe they're Great Ones that were killed, you know, that were actually destroyed here. I don't know, it's hard to say. Or maybe they mark the points at which previous visitors to the dreamscape ascended and became Great Ones themselves and ascended to another plane of being. There she is. Alright, you, pack that in. They're not that dangerous in and of themselves, but my god are they pains. There's another one of those beasts. Yeah, there we go. There they are. Those are the flatworm things. They are disgusting and quite dangerous. Everything they do is toxic and poisonous. When they open up, look at that. That's vile. They're actually, when they open up like that, there are all these diseased corpses in them that reach out for you, and they grab you and poison you. It's gross. Absolutely gross. Lots of different types look as well. There are small ones, there are big ones, slightly different structured ones. Very cool creatures, I've got to say. Beautiful creatures. Only found here. Only found in the Nightmare Scope. And sometimes in Chalice dungeons, but rarely. They are the kinds of monsters that seem tough, and can make you panic because they exist in this toxic arena, but they're not so bad. They're not so bad. If you get caught amongst the clutch of them, they can kill you very easily. But as long as you take them slowly, they're not that bad. Also very worth killing. Lots of blood echoes, and they often give you very good items as well. I love monsters like this that are almost shapeless. It's mollusk-like. It's brilliant. Love them. So yeah, that stuff is toxic, that miasma there. So we've got to be very careful when we traverse that. There's also some very interesting monsters here. They're like big yeti things that throw rocks at you, but the art book calls them lost children. I don't know what to infer from that. Electrical blast, not nice. I don't know what to infer from that other than that they are literally children that got lost to the nightmare and perverted by it. That's sort of what I take from it. Which is a very cool notion. I like the concept that innocence is no real defense in this universe. I can't imagine it would be. I mean, it's not like a traditional horror mythology, really, is it, Bloodborne? For a given definition of traditional. I mean, it comes up in my fiction all the time, but this notion of abstract realities that are kind of breaking down, that are on the edge of feasibility. I love that. I love it to bits. And Bloodborne, and Dark Souls actually, they do it so well. They evoke that principle so well. Yes, we will be travelling across that mire at some point. Or it feels as though it wouldn't take much for them to collapse in on themselves or to warp into something completely different. Love that notion. Love it to bits. You see him there? He's meant to lure you out so the lost children can throw rocks at you and kill you. If they catch you with those boulders, they can kill you very quickly. They take away tons of health. That's a lost child. That thing there. Again, they look scary, and yes, they can kill you very quickly, but they're not as bad as they appear. Have you noticed that they've got like scars across their backs, which, see how much health that took off? Kind of implying that they've been harmed or abused in some way, which is unpleasant. Only find these in the Nightmare as well. And again in Chalice dungeons. But look at the scars on their back. Unpleasant, eh? Lost children. Oof, that one nearly got me. Oh, there's an item up there. How do I get that? Up there, look, on the cliff edge. There must be a path somewhere. Oh, I whiffed that one. So how do I get that? I have to go round, clearly. I'll just get this first. What's this? Oh, it's a Bloodstone Shard. Nothing that impressive, really. Ah, there we go. Ahaha. Oh, there's a hunter corpse up here. Called, oh, right, okay. It's a ritual item, which we use to open up a Chalice dungeon. Okay. I mean, what I'm going to do with the Chalice dungeons now is, rather than showing you the whole thing, if something interesting comes up, like a room that we haven't been to, or a monster we've never seen before, or a boss we've never seen before, then I'll put it in a video. But otherwise I won't, because you've pretty much seen everything the Chalice dungeons have to offer at this point. Barring the individual, the unique bosses, of which there are a few. I'll show you those. But by and large, the Chalice dungeons are done. I will do them, because it helps. It helps a great deal. Come on. There we go. They're so vulnerable to viscerals, these guys. Again, they look scary, but they're really not. A lot of the enemies in Bloodborne are like that. I mean, don't get me wrong, a lot of them are sincerely bastardly, but those guys aren't. They're pretty damn easy. Everything's designed to make you panic. Hey, up, something killed itself. Great. Good for me. Now, we are coming... Hello, there's a skittery over there. You see him? Now, if we follow him down across the gravestone, it creates a shortcut, because the gravestone falls. There we are. And we are basically back at the beginning. But there's quite a lot more to explore yet. It just creates a shortcut, you see? Which is useful. Right, now which way did we come from? This is the way we need to go, I think. Is this the way we came from? Oh yes, there's another one of these things up here. Wonderful. Bit nastier than the big ones. These ones can actually defend themselves. But not by much. Not by much. Yeah, I love this area. I think it's very cool. Very strange. One of the more secret and out-of-the-way areas, but I kind of love it. It's that adventure game element of these games that I love so much. The fact that there are like great swathes of the game. If you wanted to do like a speed run, you can complete Bloodborne and miss out like almost... you see Patches up there, the spider on the cliff edge. There's lots you can do here. You can actually... There's a trail of coins that he's left down by the shoreline there. And if you follow it, he comes up behind you and pushes you into the filth. And you've got to battle your way out. It's really difficult. Not going to do that. Because it's too hard. You can also, if you want to kill him, you can chuck a stone at him. And he'll fall off the cliff and into the filth. Hey, Bloodstone Shard. There we go. Okay, now, what's the best way down here? I gotta traverse this area. Oh yeah, there's a little cave full of these bloody things down here. Hey! That was a good way of doing it. Uh-oh, there's a lot of them. Right. Ow, thank you. If you've got a good sort of area of effect weapon like the Holy Moonlight Sword here, you can take down multiple ones at once, so it's pretty cool. There we go. God, we've got lots of blood echoes. Oh, right, okay. There's a lot to get in this swamp. Yeah, we need the antidote. That will help with the poisoning, because we're going to get poisoned very quickly and often down here. Just walking through this muck is enough to poison you. And there's no other choice, you've got to go through it, so... Best way to do it is not be timid about it. Just dive right in. Just go for it. It doesn't matter that much, you know. Oh, he's chucking rocks at me, got to kill him. Oh, more antidotes, good. I would advise killing all of the lost children in this area before you try to proceed, because if you don't, they're up on the cliffs and they will kill you. They'll just keep chucking the rocks at you and they'll catch you by complete surprise half the time. You won't even have a chance to see what's going on. Ugh, there we go, yeah, very unpleasant. Okay, we can come up behind the one on the cliff here. There we go. Excellent. There we are. What have you got here? Oh, Madman's Knowledge. This one's the most tricky one. Because if you don't kill him, he can hit you at pretty much any point in this area with his thrown rocks. There we go. Off he goes. Is that him dead? Is he dead? I don't think he is. I didn't get the blood echoes. Oh, he is. Good. There we are. Right. There's a lot of stuff to get in here. None of it is that important. There's no, like, unique items or anything like that. There we are. There's also these caves that are full of this muck, and they have different enemies in them, enemies we haven't encountered yet in this playthrough. Creatures called Winter Lanterns, which are some of the, I would say, the toughest enemies in the game. They're pains. They don't even have to touch you, they just have to look at you, and they can inflict frenzy. Very, very unpleasant. And because we've got high insight and arcane, we're very prone to frenzy, so we've got to be careful. What do I want? Sedatives is what I want. Where are they? Sedatives! I know I've got some somewhere. Where are they? Sedatives can bring down frenzy. They're quite useful in that regard. Pungent blood cocktail. Oh, there we are. Oh, I haven't got many. I've only got one. Eek. That's it's maybe not for the best. Listen. You'll hear her singing, the Winter Lantern. They sing this really disturbing, weird, like, lullaby. Ah. So let's get rid of that first, if we can. There we go. There she is. There's the Winter Lantern. They're like women that have these big... That's the frenzy they inflict by looking at you, or by singing their song. Oh, shit! Oh! Bollocks! Oh no! There's a Winter Lantern! Ah! Oh, I forgot about that pit. Oh no! Oh, hang on, I'll get back there. There we are. Right. If we go this way, then I can hopefully get into those caves. Okay, that's where the boss is. That's where the amygdala is. Right. So, what should I do? Should I go into the caves to try and get my blood echoes back? It's very dangerous, these caves, by the way. Full of these things, full of Winter Lanterns. You don't want to be messing about in here. Oh, there's a good look. There's the corpses, look. Actually, if you look, they're actually messengers. They're the messengers from the Hunter's Dream. Like, inverted versions of them. So maybe what they represent are corrupted versions of the messengers. That's cool. I suppose what I should do is go and activate the shortcut first, shouldn't I? I suppose I should do that for safety's sake, but am I going to do it? Don't know. Maybe. There is a lot of these things. There's a lot of them. Ugh. And you've got to deal with the poison as well, and the winter lanterns, which is not the best, really. Oh, let's just go for it. Hiya! There we go. God, I mean, you can tell that we've upgraded the Moonlight Sword to its ultimate state. It just kills this thing. It's amazing. Okay, right. I'm going to go on a bit of an item hunt. There's quite a few down here. But it is tricky. This place is pretty much a maze. And all the time you're being assaulted by these things and also poisoned. So it's quite tricky to navigate. Oh, careful. And down it goes. Yeah. They burst. Ugh, not nice. Okay. I mean, the slow poisoning isn't that big a deal, really. As long as you keep on top of it and you've got enough blood vials not to be killed by it, it ain't that big a deal. Oh, lots of them here. Oh, I missed. Whiffed that one. He's a big one. Uh-oh, uh-oh! Ooh, that was close. That nearly got me against the wall then, and that would have killed me. Oh, there's a lot of them here too. Not good. Look at the plant life again. It's redolent of the kin. Which kind of suggests the level of dreaming that we're on here, as do the winter lanterns for that matter. The winter lanterns only appear in certain areas of the nightmare. And if you look at them really closely, if you look at their lower bodies, their abdomens, they are the doll from the hunter's dream, but corrupted, distorted. The implication being, along with these guys being corrupted messengers, that maybe these are like, this is the remains of corrupted hunters' dreams. Perverted by the rituals of Mensis, perhaps. Who knows? You can hear the winter lantern singing. We're very close to it now. That disturbing lullaby. There it is. There's the winter lantern. They are gross. The lower body is that of the doll, the upper body is this, I don't know, it's like a brain with eyes erupting all over it, and mandibles and talons and tendrils. It's really unpleasant. Some of the most disturbing enemies in this game, without a shadow of a doubt. This is so easy to get lost in, this area, because it all looks the same. And it's basically, it's a maze. And what part of the problem is, the winter lantern moves. It doesn't just stay in its little alcove there. So you'll find areas getting blocked off, which is not good. And there are lots of these, like dead ends. Gotcha! Okay. What have we got here? Oh, Kin Coldblood, that's good. That's really good. Right, the Winter Lantern will be waiting for us now. You can kill them, they are possible to kill, it's just they're very hard to kill. Without them killing you simultaneously. And if they manage to grab you, you're screwed, basically. If they manage to actually get a hold of you, they drive you mad with the frenzy ability, and it just kills you. It's very, very difficult to get out of. There's an area later where we're going to have to deal with them a bit more closely. Not looking forward to that, I can tell you. That was good. Oh, we missed, goddammit. Whiffed it. Oh god, there's a whole clutch of them over here. Look at this. Strange name as well for the enemies. Not these guys, but the Winter Lanterns. I wonder why they're called that. Ugh. Can't remember what these things are called. Probably something like nightmare mollusks or something like that. Okay. Oh, look at that thing. Pretty incredible. Ew! Oh, that's one of its nastier attacks, that flailing frenzy. Okay. Gotta be quick, because we're slowly running out of things like blood. Oh! That was a rune. That's actually really good. Unique item. Probably only found here as well, so definitely worth it. Right. We need... Oh, the Winter Lantern. There she is. Oh, she's moved. God damn it. Not good. And she's frenzied us. God damn it. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I think she's blocking the way out. Oh dear. This could be fun. Oh dearie, dearie, dearie. May have to try taking her out, because, yeah, there's no other way. God damn it. You can see her, the light she emits, look. That is the madness that surrounds her. She does the opposite of the doll in the Hunter's Dream. The Hunter's Dream doll is soothing and empowers you with the blood echo. She drives you mad. Oh crap. Yeah, I can't get out. Shit. This isn't gonna be good. I'm either gonna have to try and take her out or die. I suppose I could use a bold hunter's mark, but that would be annoying too. I'd rather try and kill her. But it's staying out of that bloody light that's the problem. God, it's an area where a map would be great. God, that song is creepy. Okay, nope, there's no other way out. Except through her. Oh, she's done it again to me, god damn it. Shit. That frenzy bar is a nightmare. Right, gotta try it. Oh, come on, can we heal quickly enough? Nope. The frenzy killed us. Oh well, it's fine. I'll get us back to where we need to be. And I'll also get my blood echoes back, obviously. Ah, god damn it. I've never figured out almost all the enemies in Bloodborne. I've figured out a tactic for. Okay, right. We're outside the amygdala's entrance. This is where we actually get to fight amygdala. So this is cool. This is cool. It will descend from the upper level of dreaming. Look. That's so cool, isn't it? Not that difficult a boss, really. I mean, it will kill us a couple of times, because it always does. But in terms of learning how it works, not that bad. It's got fairly obvious tells. Its attacks are reasonably easy to evade. This is the only time you get to go one-on-one with an amygdala, though. So definitely worth it. You get the impression with this one that maybe it may be the one that inspired this particular nightmare, or it may be trapped here. Maybe it got trapped here. Maybe it shouldn't be here. We certainly find that later on when we go to the Hunter's Nightmare. There are fossilized amygdala that have clearly fallen from some higher level of the nightmare. Oh, that attack is a pain. That can kill you in one go, that can. Believe it or not. Yeah, ew, thank you, amygdala. Ouch, thank you. It's wonderfully designed, isn't it? That slightly fly, spider-like thing it's got going on. Love it. The thing with this boss is it's actually hard to hit. You've got to get it to lower its head, because that's where it's vulnerable. But it only does that when it does certain attacks, like that. And it doesn't stay down for long. Oh, it's off again. Alright. Oh, God, that was lucky. Oh, we got its hand. Oh, oh, oh! It is a bit tougher on New Game Plus, that's for damn sure. Not much, though. He says, getting smacked by it. It's a beautiful monster, that is. I love the amygdala. Some of my favourites, I've got to say. Named after what they look like, which is their head resembles the part of the brain that processes fear, which is the amygdala. Also, according to some theories, also processes dreams and imagination, which is kind of interesting, yeah? Oh, oh, oh! Because of course in Bloodborne we have a metaphysics where the two are married. You have to endure the horror to ascend to another condition, yeah? Got it! Oh god, yes! That was good. Oh yes. Second phase? Yeah. Right, he's going to be a bit nastier now, a bit more aggressive. He can also do this AoE attack, which is a pain. Very hard to avoid. Oh, 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 I'm stuck! Oh, that was close. What's he doing? Ooh. I love the eyes that protrude from within. That's very cool. He's a proper monster, isn't he, eh? Gotcha. Wonderful. I mean, just amazing design. Love this creature. The only difficulty with this fight is that it can be quite protracted, because actually getting him to lower his head so you can do some damage can be quite tricky. Oh. Uh-oh. Also, very easy to get... Oh, he got us. Very easy to get caught on the landscape, and then he pummels you. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Beautiful creature. Okay, I'll get right back, and then we'll yeah, okay. I'm going to hit him with my double-handed Holy Moonlight Blade here. This does some serious damage to him. Come on! Come on, you. Do your thing. That's it. That's brilliant. Ah! Yeah, this does mega damage to him. Ew. And again. Yes! Wonderful. Oh, he just caught us there. Oh, he nearly grabbed us then. That's one of his nastier attacks. Can kill you in one hit with that. I mean, Patches did say that he'd help us tread a measure with the gods. And that's basically what he's done. I mean, in his own peculiar way, he's as good as his word, you know? He doesn't lie to you as such. That's the irony. Oh, here we go. Second phase. Quite a lot harder now. He's got 3 phases. You'll know when it's the third one, believe me. He gets quite dramatic in the third phase. To say the least. God, you notice the difference with New Game Plus definitely. He takes a lot longer to kill. Oof. God, that's such a difficult thing to avoid. Makes him that much more difficult to approach as well, because you've got to back off quite far to avoid it. Oh, here we go. Oof. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, come on, lower your head. I gotcha. Good. Oh, throwing your paddy, throwing a temper tantrum. Oh, I thought for sure I'd get caught by that. Gotcha. That's brilliant. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh, I thought we got him down to his third phase there, but not quite. Not quite. I love those flailing attacks that he does. Woof. Right. They've got some particular resonance with the rituals of Mensis. Oh, here we go. He's ripped his own arms off his back and he's using them as weapons. So, yeah. He's a little bit dramatic, to say the least. This makes him very hard to approach. The area of effect of his attacks now is huge. And most of his body is immune to damage, unfortunately. So he is tough now. He is tough. He gets a bit desperate at this point. Also, he has this nasty habit of spamming this jumping attack, which can kill you. I mean, like, it can kill you in one go. So you've got to be really careful of that. See? Spamming it. Very difficult. Which is why I kind of like using long-range attacks at this point, if I can. But even those you can deflect quite easily. Look at him using his arms to get... That's brilliant. I love that. Ow! Oh, we were lucky there. That could have killed us in one go. So easily. Oh. Down to the wire, as it always is. Down to the wire, my loves. Yeah, he's tough. Or rather, the third phase is tough, the rest isn't. It's just hitting him in this phase, that's the trick. It's actually really tricky. Oh, here we go again. Ah, he got us. God damn it. And again, God. That said, can open up a good opportunity to smack him. We were lucky there, I can tell you. Look at the blood fountaining out of his ripped off stumps. That's so cool. Oh, close, close. Patience, though. Patience. Don't get too cocky. Oh, God. His hands and his head are vulnerable. Oh. A few more hits and he'll be down. Did we get him? No, we didn't. God damn it. There we did. Yes. Amygdala down. So there's Patchy's god, his, you know, his divine entity done with. Oh my god, that was tricky. Right, my loves, when we come back, we'll delve deeper into the various dreams and nightmares of Bloodborne. Until then, Bye bye.